Hey guys, so I know this is a very different video. Yeah, it's very different. I don't have like a script, I don't have notes that I've written. It's just something I felt I needed to get off my chest. And yeah, so anyway, this is an appreciation post for all single parents out there, whether it's your mom or your dad or your aunt or even your granny who's raising you. And I just wanted to do this just to appreciate them, because even though maybe you do appreciate what they do and you're very grateful for them taking care of you and everything, I just feel like sometimes we don't let them know how much we are like grateful for each and everything that they do, because they really put in so much work. For example, my mom, actually, I'm not air drying like my life out there, but I'm using it as an example, you know. But anyway, my mom is a single parent. I actually don't like calling her single parent, because I feel like, how can I say, first of all, God, I consider him like my father figure, and I consider him as like a caretaker for her. Like, she's not alone, so that's why I don't like calling her a single parent. But in society, that is the name given for women who raise children alone. But however, I feel like with God, you're never alone, you know. That's just my belief. I was raised believing in God, so that is just my opinion with that. But anyway, not to go off topic, but this is just a video to say that we appreciate each and everything that they do for us, for taking care of us. And growing up, I wasn't really a problem child, never really a follower, but I got bullied a lot, like a lot at school and in my transport, just everywhere. I just felt like constantly attacked, and my mom was always there for me. But it reached a certain point where like we're at school and they were giving out like documents, and on my own paper I read it. I think I was in grade 4, and I read it, and I don't know what it says before, and then it says like single, and then I'm like, what? But I thought I had a mom and dad. Like, my dad is alive, but he wasn't really active at that time, so I always saw them together, and I thought like they were married, you know, like how everybody says, you know, my mom and dad we live together in a house. You know, when you draw those pictures and you always think it's like picture perfect, but it's not really like that. But they never really explain to you, because I was young at that time, you know. They didn't actually explain what happened. So I saw that and I got so mad, bruh, and I went and I just started screaming, and from then I became a rebel, like a really crazy dramatic child. But then as I grew older, like, my mom started explaining these things to me, and that is when me and her grew closer, because she was open to me about the situation and why she had to like leave my dad and everything. And then that's when I understood, and I started changing my actions, because I realized that she's going through so much already, you know, at work, society standards, you know, all of that. And this side is my dad. And I decided, like, it's just, I don't know how it came up in my mind that, you know, it's unfair for me to treat her that way when she only did what she thought was best for me. And now looking at the situation, I couldn't have asked God for a better mom, because honestly, that's my superhero, that's my number one, that's my best friend. I actually tell her everything. And like, I hate how like in this society people are like, yo, my mom is so lame and she's so boring and she's so annoying. Like, honestly, I can't relate, because honestly my mom is the best. And for those without moms, whoa, if you don't have a mom, honestly, I wish for you to find the happiness that I feel when I have my mom. But don't look for it through like boys and men, because none of that will please you the same way having that unconditional love of a parent or somebody who chose to take care of you will, you know. And boys will never give you the same love a guardian will give you, or somebody like God. But anyway, yeah, back to the teenage story. Like, everybody's like, my mom is like so annoying, she's always on my case. And I'm like, I rush home to tell my mom everything. I feel like I'm the annoying one in the relationship. And it's so sad that society views that as like, oh, you're a mama's baby. Or, yes, I am my mama's baby, I came from my mom's womb. Like, But like, anyway, that just doesn't make sense for me. Like, honestly, since when are you so ungrateful to the point where you tell your friends that your mom is annoying just so you can be popular, so you can be relatable? I don't care if I'm not relatable, but legit, my mom is the best. She went through so much just so I can be okay. Not only me, because she raised so many children, even children that are not her own. And for me, if that's not a superhero, I don't know what is. You know, she's just the best. I don't know how to like explain it in a few words. Like, I'm trying, but I can't literally pour out my whole heart because she's just done so much. And we used to live somewhere else, and then we moved, and I was so angry. Like, all those emotions came again, and I didn't want to talk to her. I was just like a rebel, but I can't go a day without talking to my mom, so I just have like these mood swings and I sulk a lot. So that happened again until I like talked to her about how I felt about everything, and she actually understood and made me feel better about it, because that's when I developed like anxiety, because I'm so scared of change. Like, honestly, I'm clingy. So when she said we need to move, I didn't understand at that time, but then when she sat me down and said, no, this is why we need to, I want to move you to a better school, and a place that is closer to school, so that, because like transportation is expensive, and till this day she doesn't have a car, because she's paying for my school fees and my niece's school fees, but she said she doesn't want to, like, how is it, she'd rather her not have a car than us going to like a bad school, or like schools where we're being mistreated or where we're not taught properly. So she said, I'll choose quality education over the luxuries or standards of the world, because, you know, at work it's kind of, I understand that pressure that she might have, because like at work there are people with cars, and then she's a single parent but she doesn't have one, you know, that kind of thing. But she doesn't mind going through that just so her children can be like fine, you know. She says she doesn't care what we eat at night, as long as I'm going to a good school, as long as we're taken care of. And I realized that she'd actually go through so much, because she used to tell me like, I'm not happy at work, but because I want you to be happy, I want you to have a great future, I will go to work every single day, put a smile on my face, no matter how much I'm not happy, I will do all of that for you. And then that made me realize, like, why would I sulk over like my friends who I probably will even forget in like 5 years time? Like, why should I worry about them, because they're also gonna move to their own universities and I'm gonna go my own way. I probably won't know them, but now I'm giving my mom a hard time because I just want to have friends, and oh yeah, I met this guy, and I just realized that you know, some things just don't matter. You know, it was so hard for me to move, but I got over it because I understood that she has sacrificed much more for me, so why can't I do the same? And yeah, I guess I'm not sure if this is like, if this makes sense. I mean, I'm stuttering a lot because I didn't practice anything, but I just wanted to appreciate all single parents out there. You're not alone. God has your back. God sees what you're going through. Even like for single children who were raised by like single parents, you're not alone. Trust me, God sees you. God sees your situation. Even me, like, I would wonder, like, why is my mom a single parent? Like, it used to bother me. Okay, sorry, my mom was like entering the room. I'm so scared, like, if she sees this, I feel like she's gonna cry, but I'm like not ready for all those emotions right now. Like, yeah, but anyway, once I realized that like she was a single parent, as they wrote down on that paper, like, a paper doesn't define you, like, honestly. Okay, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is, once I saw that paper, I all of a sudden put that label over me. Like, I just said, oh yeah, now I'm raised by a single parent. I started feeling sorry for myself. And you know, watching all these movies about like how single parents go through so much, you know, like prostitution and all that, just to make sure that their kids are okay, I started like kind of thinking that I was in that situation, but I wasn't, you know. It just overcame me, and then came the depression and all of that. I just kind of invited it. I opened up the door, because once you give your situation a name, or you label yourself, or you title yourself, then the situation will continue to be worse, or you'll continue to put yourself down, because you've given it a name means that it is familiar with you, you know. Unlike a feeling that you're not sure what it is, you can't really dwell in it. But now that you've given it a name and you've given it a title, you've given it a home in yourself, because now it's familiar, and then, you know, it starts sticking to you. So first of all, a paper doesn't define you, neither does your situation, your circumstance. I promise you, you can do and become anything that you want to be, regardless of who raised you, where you come from, your past. You determine your future. I know everybody says that. I know it sounds so cheesy and so cliche, but honestly, it'll come in handy when you need it the most, when you want to chase your dreams, when you have a passion for your life. But yeah, anyway, to all those children raised that day, if you're still struggling, you can comment down below, like any other single child. You can comment down below and just like talk about your situation. Sometimes talking helps. I mean, most people say like, oh no, I don't want to tell people my story so that they feel pity for me. Sometimes it's not for people to feel pity for you, but if it's somebody who can relate, then obviously we are most likely to help each other, because that leads to like feelings of depression and then suicide, which is definitely not necessary. So I hope through this video I save a life and I make you feel better about your situation. If you don't want to share it in the comments below, you can DM me and we can talk. I mean, yeah, I'll leave my Instagram details down below, or I'll add it here, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're being raised by a single parent or guardian, please don't forget to tell them that you appreciate them. You never know what might happen tomorrow, in a week, in a year. Just let them know, and you might not know how they feel, you know. Sometimes it's good for somebody to tell you that, you know, I'm proud of you. I can see that you put food on the table. No matter what you have to go through in order to provide for us, you still do it because of that love that you have. So just appreciate them, tell them thank you, you know, give them a hug, a kiss. It's not like, oh, you're a mama's baby. You are your mom's baby, or you are your guardian's child. So appreciate them, you know. Yeah, I think I'm done. Wait, I think I'm done. But anyway, by the way, my dad is still alive. I love him, you know. That comes with forgiveness, you know. Accepting that also comes with forgiveness. But yeah, that's a video for another day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Wait, my nail.